Okay. Now, it talks about the four angels and the Euphrates. It says that when that happens, a third of mankind will die from the pollution that will create. A third of mankind, all right? And it's always right. The Bible is never wrong. It's never been wrong, and it never will be. Because it was written by the ruler of the universe who has predicted all of this is going to happen. And so we can be absolutely certain that going by the last 99.9% has already been exactly right. We can be sure that the last 0.1% will be. And, you know, they've attacked Iraq. Okay, they invaded Iraq. They're now picking on Syria. Turkey has fallen out with Israel, or the counterfeit state of Israel, because they're not really Israel. The British people are Israel. But with the Mavi Marmara aid convoy that was going to the people of Gaza, and the Israelis murdering all those people, Turkey, who had been a long-time ally of Israel, is now not an ally of Israel anymore. But they're still in NATO. So we've got Turkey, we've got Syria that they're wanting to attack, because Syria and Iran have for decades had a joint defense policy, whereby if one of them is attacked, they will both join together to defend whichever one is attacked. And so the fleet that's in the Persian Gulf, all the American aircraft carriers and French aircraft carriers and the submarines and all the rest of it, okay, have got Iran on one side, but they've got Syria behind them. So they would be caught in the middle. So they've got to take out Syria before they attack Iran. And they are going to attack Iran. And it's all exactly as I've just been explaining to you from the prophecies of the book of Revelation. All right? So they've been talking about attacking Iran for the last 5 years at least. And they are going to do it. You know, it may be that they're going to set off another false flag, blame it on Iran. Look what Iran's done, you know, we'll have to attack it. Because that's how they operate. It's always false flags.
I believe Israel has been set up as the party state, the catalyst for all of this. As you say, it's a false state anyway. It's not from Israel. And I believe...
No, the real Israel are the British people. Do you know what the word British means? Do you know where it comes from?
Man of the covenant.
Exactly.
Or land of the covenant.
Yeah, in Hebrew. Yeah. In Hebrew. I mean, why would British? It's pure Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know, and it means covenant man.
Yeah, covenant man.
People of the covenant. Brit is covenant and Ish is man. So it's covenant man.
Yeah.
In other words, Israel. God's only ever made a covenant with one nation. And that was Israel, the 12 tribes. Of which the English are the descendants of Ephraim, who was given the birthright. If you go to same website, jartruth.net/BRITCA, you will see there the explanation of the British coat of arms, and proving beyond doubt that it is the coat of arms of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
All right. So the state in Israel is not. They are counterfeit. They are not Israelites. They are not real Jews. I could tell you about the Scots actually, because you said you were half Scottish.
Yeah.
Do you know who the Scottish people are?
From the tribe of Dan.
No, the Irish are from the tribe of Dan.
Tribe of Dan, yeah, Irish.
The Scottish are actually from the tribe of Judah Zara, of the Red Hand. And there's about 14, I think there's 14 Scottish coats of arms that have the red hand on them.
Yeah.
Right? And the red lion. The red lion rampant is the lion rampant is the emblem of Judah, the real Judah, right? Not the counterfeit Jews, but the real Judah. And the golden lion is the emblem of Phares Judah, from which King David came, and Solomon, and all right down to Elizabeth Battenberg.
Yeah.
Right? But the Judah Zara of the Red Hand, who went into exile because his brother stole his birthright, has the red lion rampant, and that's the emblem on the Scottish flag, the yellow flag with the red rampant lion on it.
Yeah. And so that's where the wearing of the kilt actually originates from, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the word tartan is in the Bible. There was a guy in the Bible, tartan. Yeah, so it's all there. But anyway, to get back to the important part, right, I'm explaining all of this because this is what they're running according to, right? If they are allowed to attack Iran, 2,000 million people are going to die.
Yeah.
And then they're going to kill off the rest. So all of this that I'm telling your listeners is to warn them of what is going to happen if they don't turn up en masse on November the 5th. Because if I turn up on my own, they'll just arrest me and throw me in jail for another few months, or what, like they did last time, over the fact that I was defending innocent people who they were trying to stitch up.
And won the court case as well.
And I won the court case as well, yeah. And it gave me more support because people then realised that I was a very serious person and that I really care about justice and I care about people. I mean, the guys I was defending, with what I did, I'd never met. They're Muslims. They're probably Pakistan. Originally from Pakistan, or their families from Pakistan. And that does, it doesn't matter to me. The fact that I knew they were innocent was the only thing that mattered.
Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning to our listeners as well, is that you won that case on the premise that Elizabeth Battenberg never had any jurisdiction. Am I correct in saying that?
No, because the judge was a traitor. Okay, I put forward my defence, challenging the jurisdiction and the sovereignty of Elizabeth, of the Crown, right? And the judge, it's absolutely bulletproof. Nobody can argue against it and win. It's absolutely watertight, ironclad, bulletproof. And so what the judge did was he ignored it, because that was the only thing he could do, other than accept that what I said was correct. And I wanted to bring Elizabeth Battenberg into court for me to examine her and to reveal all the crimes that she has committed.
That's it, yeah.
And so the judge wasn't going to do that.
Oh no.
So he was an absolute traitor to the British people, and he ignored it because he knew he couldn't argue against it. But the jury found me innocent anyway because they all watched 7/7 Ripple Effect, and they all realised that this was a malicious prosecution, politically motivated to punish me for making the film and exposing the government's crimes. And so they found me not guilty.
And it was a majority verdict as well.
But you see, I said to the judge that he could not decide the matter of jurisdiction and sovereignty because he had sworn an oath to Elizabeth, and that he obviously couldn't be impartial. So I said it had to go before a jury, and he refused to allow me to have a jury to decide the challenge to the sovereignty and jurisdiction. He decided himself that he had jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And it's a legal maxim that no man can judge in a cause to which he is a party. And obviously he was a party because I was challenging his jurisdiction, because he gets his jurisdiction from her, and I was challenging her.
Yeah.
So the guy is absolutely a traitor and a criminal.
That just negates him any authority that he may have thought he had. That just negates it straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Muad'Dib.
So I should never have actually been on trial, because he ignored it and decided himself that he had jurisdiction, which he's not entitled to do. Even under their own rules, he's not entitled to do it, but he did. So I was then put on trial, but the jury saw, they heard me give testimony, they watched the film, and they realised that what I had done was absolutely the right thing to do, and so they found me not guilty.
Muad'Dib, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to wind up in a couple of minutes. But
all right.
before I do, I just want to, if there's, in closing, anything you would like to say to the listeners, but also if there's any information, I know you've mentioned a couple of the sites, etc. But if there's any information that you would like to get out to the listeners at the moment, and also in closing, any comments you've got at all, please.
Well, if they go to J4, that's FOR, not number 4, JFOR justice.net, they will find all the films, they will find the defence that are used in the case, and that they can all use in every court in the land because it is bulletproof. They particularly need to see the Nazi banks crime with 77 ripple effect 2. The other website where I've been saying about the prophecies, the invasion of Kuwait explanation, and the British coat of arms, and lots of other stuff that they really need to see, is at jartruth.net, JAHTRUTH.net. There's a book that they need to read so that they'll know who I am, where I'm coming from, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's called The Way Home or Face the Fire. And they can find that at thewayhomeorfacethefire.net. It's a free PDF file, book, download. And that's most important. I mean, the title is self-explanatory. It's The Way Home, how to get out of this prison, this planet, which is a prison, and it's a lunatic asylum. And to people who are half sane, they should be able to see that it is a lunatic asylum and a very evil place. Or face the fire, because that's what's coming. If they don't get out of here and go home, learn how to do that, then they'll end up in the fire. So really, that's about it. I mean, if you've got a website where I can send you some links, you can post them up there, so people can just click on them if they want to go to these places. But I can't impress enough on them that they have to show up. Everybody and their grandmothers and their kids, everybody has to show up on November the 5th, or there is absolutely no chance of stopping these people. And they have to be stopped.
Absolutely, and I think it's a great point as well to finish on. Just before we do, please, can I just bring Paul back in, just to think about it, and then I'll say my thanks and bye to you as well. Paul, are you still there?
I am, of course, yeah, no problem. Meanwhile, I just want to say thanks for taking the time to speak to us, and thanks for all the work that you've done and everything that you do. And you're an honest chap, and you just want, like I say, you don't want to make anything from it, you just want to make change. So, we're well done. Keep it up, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you for facilitating this radio show and having me on. And I hope to see you on November the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm sure
what we would like to do, I don't know if you can help with it, what we would like to do is we'd like to do a live stream from Parliament Square.
We're on it.